Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is day 8 of the push to top 100. And unless you guys have been living under a rock, you probably know that the Eternal Tome is going to be nerfed next season, where the ability only lasts when the troops are inside the range of the Eternal Tome aura. So when the troops step out of the aura, they'll no longer be covered by this tome ability. And because of those changes, if you've been following the channel for some time, I used to play dragons, but this season I switched to this Root Rider army because I'm anticipating the changes from the Eternal Tome will affect dragons a lot more than Root Riders, and I want to practice with this army before those changes come out. So the reason that is usually when you're using dragons, you pop the ability when all the dragons start to split up, and you keep all the dragons safe even if they're no longer in the Warden aura anymore. But now that that's not going to be the case, Root Riders are going to be much more powerful because your Root Riders usually stay together in the attack and they'll always be covered by the Warden aura. So this change to the Warden aura will actually be a buff to Root Riders and a nerf to dragons. So let's get into the attacks. I'm going to show you how to use this army and just how overpowered this is, because you can 3-star literally every single base with this attack here. All right, this base here, this is kind of a strange base. Usually the mistake that people make is they try and enter into this fire spitter compartment with their RC, but what that does is pretty much just kills their entire army just to start off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start my RC into this compartment right here, because there's very clear pathing into the scatter and poison tower on this side. So just letting my RC walk here. I'm going to invis this Tesla here to make sure she doesn't get distracted on that side, and it'll automatically just go down by the RC Electro Boots aura. Queen is lowering my RC in here a little bit, which isn't great, but it's all good here. She'll just take out this compartment instead of the other one that I wanted her to take out. And then I'll start my roots into that compartment instead. So hopefully this Expo goes down here. Unfortunately not, but it's not the end of the world. We'll just continue the attack as usual, and if I need to, I'll overgrowth the back end to make sure to funnel everything in. So starting my roots on this side, the poison tower is already activated, so our troops should be safe here. Ice golems are getting pulled to the other side, very nice. And here I'm going to deploy my RC. I don't want her to take too much damage off the rip, so hopefully she's not getting targeted. Going to use the Warden ability just to make sure my RC stays alive here. And then I'm going to overgrowth this stuff here to push all of my troops into the correct direction. Now my RC's in the middle. I'm going to use the RC ability. And Town Hall goes down, very nice. Raging up this compartment here to keep everything alive. Ooh, unfortunately RC goes down, which is it's not great, but should still be good here. I still have all my super barbs that I can use to support any of my queen on the outside of the base if needed. And I still have one free spell. So I'm going to use this here to protect the roots in the middle of the base. Nice. My king breaks in, so that's good. We want him to continue inside the base. Roots open up this compartment, so I'll use some super barbs to support here to try and push my troops back inside. Ooh, it's a little bit unfortunate. The minion prince taking a lot of stuff out over there, but my queen steps up. Nice, taking out the minion prince there. King should step up here and open up these walls. Gonna use these super barbs to tank for the monolith. Unfortunately, it's not working, but using the king ability there, opening up all the walls, and yeah, this is looking like a triple. Not the best execution there. It's a little bit unfortunate that on the start, my RC got pulled by the enemy queen there. That caused a lot of problems off the rip, but otherwise, yeah, this should have been a lot better of an attack because the funnel would have been made, and I wouldn't have had to overgrowth this compartment early on to make sure my roots entered the right direction. Alright, this base here. This is actually a base that I used to explain why the Earthquake Boots are better than the Snake Bracelet on this attack. And that's because the king can just open up the compartment right here, take out this multi-archer or multi-inferno, and give access to the queen to just take out the town hall there. So what I do on this attack is, first I enter my RC on this side, and I let her take this out, and I want to push her in to get this monolith. So let's see if she targets it on her own. Nice, that's exactly what we want. She's going to target the monolith just by herself, so we don't have to deal with placing an extra invis to retarget her. She's going up, so that's good. We're going to start from the top side then, since she's funneling out this side for us anyways. And last invis here, just to clear out this compartment. Keep her alive a little bit and form the funnel. Actually, you know what? She's stepping in a lot here, so maybe I can get a little bit more value. Maybe pick up the... No, it looks good. It looks good. That's all we need. So starting the queen here. And we will use the king just about here to push everything in. Use a ice golem to make sure my king's tanked for. And then the rest of my root riders, ice golem stuff all on this side. Probably going to use an early rage soon. See, king right here opens up all the walls there. Takes out the multi-archer or multi-inferno. And now we're going to use the warden ability here. Queen's going to step onto the outside. And when the rage tower on the back end goes off, I'm going to overgrowth it. So those effects are completely countered. Now see, with the walls open here, my queen steps in, takes the town hall there. Exactly what we want to see. Going to invis this because there's a lot of damage there. And now the rage tower went off, going to overgrowth the back end. Nice, nice. That's what we like. That's what we like. So now RC's going to ability. Rocket Spear shooting off in the middle of the base. And going to use some Super Barbs to support on that side. Super Barbs here to support. And yeah, this base is crushed. So yeah, this is why I use the Earthquake Boots here. I mean, it's definitely still possible with the Snake Bracelet, but it just makes it a lot easier for your queen to access the middle of the base on these styles. And I'll freeze that compartment right there for the Root Riders. Alright, this base here. I hit this base a few days ago, and I'm going to use the same strat. Starting my RC on the bottom here, even though it's baited, still fine. We want to start her here just because we can enter into the clan castle early. And we want to do that so it drags our troops into the middle of the base. So gonna invis over the Tesla so my RC still damages everything. Nice. That's probably the last Fox cycle that I'll get, which is okay. Gonna switch to the double cycle now because Fox is definitely gonna die. So double cycle here. And all we need is just for her to take out this Inferno here. Then the funnel will be set and we won't have to worry about her. And let's pick her up because she's getting targeted by the monolith. Now, queen on this side. King here to push him inside. Going to use the wall breaker there. So the king gets pushed inside the base. Then all the roots on this side. Is king going in? When king goes here, using the earthquake boots to just take out that whole compartment. Because with the spiky ball, it can just take out everything. Raging early right here. So make sure everything stays alive. My healers are protecting all the root riders. And then as my troops enter into the core, gonna use my Eternal Tome. Oops, I forgot to use that. Alright, Eternal Tome now, since everything's in the core. And as you can see, root riders are not splitting up here. So that's exactly why this approach is not gonna really get affected by the update very much, I don't believe. Because all the roots are staying together. The Eternal Tome's still covering everything that it would have covered, even if the update already came out right now. This minion prince is being kind of a nuisance here, but hopefully it can get taken out. Maybe some of these archers and the boogers can just take it out. And yeah, this looks like a 3-star. Still have the troop launcher launching the Yetis into the base, so that's good. And I'm gonna freeze this because I want the healers to stay alive. That'll just make sure that it's definitely we can secure the 3-star here. Yeah, this is looking good. Not the best overgrowth placement there. What I should have done is place it a little bit lower on the base, maybe around this area here, just to make sure that all the roots still entered into this top compartment instead of splitting with my queen. But no need. I mean, the space is crushed. We still have so many roots alive, still the giants, still the yetis. So, yeah. Very interesting base. This one usually has 2 rage compartments. This is really old as well. I saw this during the event season, but there's an invis tower here, which is a little bit sneaky. Let's see how I should approach this. Honestly, I don't know if this is the right way to go about it, but I feel like I can just ignore that invis tower. Or I'll use a log launcher, just to be safe, like I do with all invis bases. So starting my RC on this side, because I want to push my roots into the rage compartment early. And I also started my RC 1 second late, so I'm going to use the 6 timing instead of 7. That works as well. Ooh, Fox takes a lot of damage over there. All good, all good. We'll just make sure she stays alive here. I don't need too much more pathing or funneling here, so I'm going to use the double cycle. Make sure that everything's staying alive here. I want to make sure the Fox stays alive. And... oh, tornado trap. Perfect, perfect. That's what we want to see. All right, now king and queen on this side. Gonna funnel my king into this compartment. Then we start all the roots on this side. And I'm using the log launcher early to activate the invis tower. Nice. Now using the, what's that called? The RC to support everything as well. And queen goes to ability here, so she stays alive and the giant protects everything. Now using the warden ability as they enter into this middle part of the base. And I can use the RC ability here to snipe the town hall because she will stay back a little bit, opening up all those walls with the king ability. Actually, I don't even need that because the log launcher goes in and takes everything. Perfect. Then we'll overgrowth this because we want our stuff to enter back into the same area, and then I'll support this back end with the super barbs there. Nice. And see, as you can see here, my RC goes back and joins the main group, which is what we want to see. Hopefully I can take this Inferno out without using the freeze, because then I can use the freeze on the back end monolith. That will be a lot better value here, because the monolith is a lot more dangerous. Freezing that, keeping the RC alive. Yeah, this looks like a triple. Still have my giants alive, still have Yetis, Root Riders. RC's gonna go down here. Actually, maybe not. Okay, no, she goes down, but it's fine, doesn't matter, it's still a triple. This is a weird base. Not the best plan, I think. Or maybe it was my overgrowth placement again was a little bit off. I don't know, because my RC kind of split off over here from my main Root Rider pack, and that caused some issues because she died early. Alright, this invis base. Classic base, and we already have the log launcher selected, so it's perfect for us. Starting my RC on this side right here. On 7, we place the invis. And she's going to go for the cannon next, which is what we want to see. Now 7 again, using the invis. Oh, all the heroes are on this side, which is a bit unusual. I feel like that's not how this base is usually structured. But going to pick up my RC here because I don't need any more value and I don't want the Fox to take any more damage. Then using the queen to funnel here. King. And using the super barbs to make sure he gets pushed into this middle part here. Nice. Okay, very good, very good. Now we start everything here. Use the log launcher early. See, we place the log launcher really far in the front so it can activate the invis tower super, super early. That's good. Now, King's entering to this compartment. See, I open up all the walls, destroy, and just one-shot everything with the spiky ball and earthquake boots. And now as everything enters into the core, I use the warden ability. Perfect. Then I'll overgrowth this back end compartment here. Use the RC ability. Use the invis to protect everything in the middle. Yeah, this base is crushed already. There's just no shot. No shot at all. Use the super barbs here. Clean up a little bit. Actually, I should have saved some for the corner Teslas, but it doesn't really matter too much. Nice. And then we'll use the invises here to do a back end. Or I only have one, but do a bit of a back end RC charge. Using the queen abilities to start with, just spawn the giant and start with the cleanup a little bit. Yeah. This is good. Nice. His invis base are always free for root riders as long as you do the log launcher approach. I say this in every video, and I don't know how people still struggle against these bases. You just have to use this approach. Nice. Swag 2 spells in the middle there. Alright, this base here. I've talked about this base a few times before, and what I always say on this is you want to enter into the poison compartment and end on the rage because you can overgrowth the rage. So I'm going to start my RC in this. It's a weird corner pocket thing that they have here, but we'll just ignore those Teslas. Push her into this compartment here so she takes these out. Ooh, she takes a lot of damage off the rip, so I'm going to switch to a double cycle. No need to risk it. I have 5 invises. All I need is for her to take out this fire spitter, Tesla on the top, maybe the builder hut. And once the funnel's made here, then we'll pick her up. No need to, Nice, that's all the value we need. That's all the value we need. So now, switching back to the correct siege. Sending queen here. Ice golem, king here to push into that compartment. Hopefully he can trigger the invis tower, or trigger the poison tower early. Or just take out a lot of those buildings with the spiky ball. Nice, he's going in, so I take everything in that compartment out. Being patient with my warden ability and the troop thrower because the balloons are still alive, so I don't need anything to tank for me. Now, using the warden ability, since everything's entering to this big damage area. RC ability, since everything's she's in the middle here. Gonna also use a rage on her since she's on the ability. And I'm gonna support this back end with my super barbs just to push everything back in the same direction. Okay. This is looking good. Still have so much stuff alive. Still have my queen ability. Is this rage heart? Okay, rage goes off, so I overgrowth that whole thing. So the rage is just completely wasted. Because once it reactivates, the rage will no longer be active anymore. And nice, this is obviously a triple. I mean, holy, look at how many troops I have. And I still have my queen ability. I still have freeze, still have an invis. Yeah, and perfect. Also, we're hitting the tornado trap while we're not in the, while those defenses are not active. So now we use the abilities here. Use the spells to free stuff up. I don't even know where I can use this invis. Maybe like around here. Just keep everything alive there. Nice. This base is crushed. Second to last base. This is the one we hit earlier, I think. Or it's something similar. What I'll do is I'm going to enter from this compartment here since I think it's the easiest to funnel. I can just use one redirect invis to push my RC into these 2 expos if needed. Or she'll just walk and take out the monolith, which is also perfect for us. Yeah, I think there's no traps here for this approach because all the traps would be on this side, I think. So that's really good. We take out the monolith early. Fox is going to die, unfortunately, which, it's okay. And once this expo is taken out, the funnel will be really good for our root riders. Nice. That's all we need. I'm going to funnel out this side with a baby drag. Using this on the gold mine. Ice golem there. Using a wall breaker to help my king. And now all the rest of my root riders on this side. Push them into the town hall and then I'll overgrowth the back end to make sure that they stay alive. Oh, wow, queen goes to ability early. That's not great, but when my king steps into this Tesla, I'm gonna use his ability. Or actually, no, air defense. That's more value there. Using ability, so funnels out that entire side. Okay, still balloons, 1 balloon alive, so I'm gonna use this here. Wow, this side's super trapped, so I'm gonna pop the warden here, heal up all the roots and Valkyries. I want them to stay alive. And then gonna overgrowth this right here pushing everything back into this direction with my queen and king. Then I rage, use the spear, and yeah, this space is crushed, man. I don't know. I mean, using the super barbs in the back end to support as well. Now use some archers here to clean up. Still the invis, still the freeze. Let's see if we need to use that anywhere. Looking like we don't need it. I mean, I'll use it here to protect my RC a little bit. She's walking all the way in over there. Okay, I'll use this invis to protect her, I guess. But yeah, I don't need it. Base is absolutely crushed. Nice, nice. This army is just so strong, man. I mean, all right, last base here for the 320. Ooh, it's an odd base. Never seen this before. But like I say, the bases with these open middle compartments are usually not too difficult for roots. This is actually kind of a tough funnel here. But it should be fine. I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna start my RC right here. Want her to path. Actually, yeah, let's use this here. I want her to path into this compartment. Just take this out. Maybe take out the Inferno as well. That'll be good. Okay. Gonna pull everything into this corner. Actually, no, we don't need the Inferno. The Inferno is fine. We can keep it up. Just take out this stuff here. Funnel out that side. Maybe my fox can stay alive. All right, fox is alive. Fox is alive. Perfect, perfect. Nah, I'm just gonna use the stuff here. It's all good. We'll face that somewhere in the middle. It's all good. Use the ice golem right there. All the roots here. Use the super barb there. Clean up that side. Starting into this compartment right here. It's a little bit of a wide entry, but hopefully what I can do is just force my king into this compartment and just take that stuff out. And since the ice golems are coming, it's a little bit unfortunate. I might have to just pop my warden ability as they're facing that. So popping the ability there, using the king ability, taking out that whole compartment there. As you can see, that's why I use the boots. Overgrowthing this here, keeping everything together in the middle. And I'll rage this up since they're under a lot of fire over there. Unfortunately, I missed this one Inferno tower. It might cost me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But hopefully not. Hopefully that won't be an issue. This is not too great. My troops are splitting up a lot in this middle here. So I'm going to invis this to keep everything alive. Nice. My RC takes that out so stuff doesn't split further. Invising this again. Just keeping everything alive there. Gonna freeze this. Keep my RC alive. Using the super barbs to hopefully tank some of the damage. And that's pretty good. The Yetis are taking out the heroes on this back end. Queen steps up. Gonna use the queen ability here to spawn the giant. This is a bit closer. Not the best execution on this base, but I think we still got it. Maybe time will be an issue. Not sure, not sure. We'll see. I'll start the cleanup here. I think we got it. I think we got it. We still have the giant. We still have Yetis. Still have some root riders. Maybe this root rider open up this compartment for my queen to just walk in. Yeah, it's looking like a triple. Luckily, the clone is also going up to take some of those stuff. And I'll use the headhunter here to support. Is time going to be an issue? I don't know. My troops are pretty slow. Maybe this will be a time fill. But my queen can reach everything from here. No, we're good. We're good. I think so. Hopefully no NATO trap here. I mean, I don't think so, but no, we're good, I think. Pretty close on time though. Okay, nice. Another 320 day for us. I'll definitely take a look at that one and see if I can improve it anyway. But 320 today. Really lucky I got a DC on defense. That's like very, very rare. 320 yesterday as well, and 320 the day before. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna attach this army in the video description. I truly believe that this is the best army to use after the Eternal Tome changes. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.